Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft every day. And today, what a draft we have, my friends. We get to draft Lorwyn Eclipsed. This is going to be my first draft ever of this brand new format. So I'm going to take you right along with me, reading the cards, many of them probably for the first time, and trying to evaluate them as we go. In just a few days of not playing, I fell from Mythic number 1000 something all the way down to Mythic number 97. So we need to use our card evaluation skills to reclaim at least some semblance of our placement here, folks. Let's jump in. All right, I am so excited to finally draft this format. All right, what is our rare? Catharsis, 4/2 hybrid for a 3/4. Oh, it's a mythic. When it enters, if white was spent to cast it, make 2 green and white Kifkin. I can already tell I'm taking this. Make 2 green and white Kifkins. Okay, so if you spent 2 white to play it, you get to make 2 1/1s in addition to your 3/4. That's awesome rate. And then also, if 2 red was spent to cast it, creatures you control it gives like an overrun and haste. Okay, that is awesome. And the art on the Kifkin token is so cool. And it has an evoke cost of 2, so you could play it just to give yourself +1/+1 in haste, or just as 2 1/1s. Whoa, you can play it on turn 2 as 2 1/1s. That's already pretty good rate. 2 1/1s for 2. Okay, well, I'm absolutely taking that. And it's expensive enough that you can do both if you're playing it as a creature. Okay, that seems awesome. Let's see. So there's a Flock Imposter. I'm just trying to figure out what I might wheel really quickly. Obviously, I'm going to try to be Kifkin. Okay, well, yeah. Day 1 of the format. Okay. Warren Torchmaster. So this is more of a Blight card. Goblin Warrior Blight. Quick reaction. I think Liminal Hold is going to be good in the format. I was listening to Ben Werney of Lords of Limited, who was talking about basically his snap reaction being that this was going to be really good, and I completely agree. Let's see. What else is there? Burning Curiosity. You may Blight 1. Oh, yeah, and you get to draw some stuff. More of a Blight card also, but could be worse. Owner of a non-land permanent puts it into their library second from the top or on the bottom. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to be white-red probably, right? With this mythic. In the early format in a tribal set, I'm guessing everyone is going to like kind of follow their rare. So probably it's not so bad at a table if we're not drafting the hard way and we're just trying to make this work and letting someone else tell us if they also open a Catharsis and we're cut off. So yeah, I'm just going to snap up this Liminal Hold. It's like an Oblivion Ring that gives you some extra life back. These have tended to be pretty good in recent formats. So someone passed a rare. Why do I think that is? When it enters, mill 4 cards, then you can put a creature or land from among the mill cards on top of your library. On top of your library. Oh, that's not so great. Discard a land, make a black and green worm creature token for each land in your graveyard. Okay, I think I can see why someone did not take that. I mean, I don't think it's like atrocious. It just seems like we need to see proof that this synergy works. Okay, what am I going to take? Target creature gets +2/+2, so there's a basic combat trick. 2/2 for 2. Let's see. I mean, I really would like to be in red-white if possible. I think I'm going to lean towards the 2/2 for 2 in red. You can Blight 1 if you do make 2 1/1s, and when a goblin you control dies, that one seems like it's probably pretty good as well. Okay, I don't know if the red-white dream is going to materialize here. I might have to start speculating on other cards. So Grave Shifter, I do think is good. This is a Grave Digger that's also a changeling. Grave Digger tends to be a good place to be. Let's see what else. When this creature enters, okay, it's a Vivid payoff. Creatures get plus, a place to go with Catharsis could be in a Vivid direction. Could you play Catharsis in just a green deck, in just a white deck, or just a red deck? Probably, yeah, right? If it's just a 3/4 and 2 1/1s for 6, would I run that? Or just a potential overrun? Probably I'd more prefer to be in a white deck with this one. So I could take the Convoke trick. You know what? I'm going to give it one more chance. I don't think this card's very good. I probably shouldn't have done that. I thought like I'll give it one more chance for people to come through on letting me be white-red, but we don't want to force it too hard, and it looks like we are probably not going to be in that lane. So I'm going to try to lean maybe a little bit more towards white, but let's see what signals we're getting. So this is a souped up Savannah Lions. Tap another untapped creature you control. Tap a creature an opponent controls. So this is for the merfolk synergies where merfolks really want to get tapped. When it enters, make a treasure. Maybe not where I want to be. behold an elf or pay 2, tap, add 2, but only if there's an elf in your graveyard. When you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you can pay 1 life, and if you do, draw a card. Okay, that's a very powerful card. Do I want to do one more? Nah, this is not going to be good if I'm not in a merfolky deck. So I'm just gonna start following signals. Unfortunately, I think we didn't get there on playing our awesome Mythic, but that's fine. So it enters with 3/-1/1 counters on it. At the beginning of your end step, if there's an elf in your graveyard, remove a counter from it. So elves is open. That's one thing I can tell. Let's see. If I'm going maybe more in the fairies direction, draw 3 and then discard 2 unless you discard a creature. And you can play it during your opponent's turn. I mean, this is the style of Magic that I really like. I don't know if it's going to end up being good in this set, but this is the kind of thing I love to do. Yeah, on my opponent's turn, I draw 3, discard 1 creature, and then I also pay a life and draw an extra one. Yeah. Typically, drawing a few cards, like this is divination-ish, but it's at instant speed. This sort of thing, drawing cards without affecting the board, has not been amazing in recent sets. It's kind of a little bit deprecated, but we'll see if that one's good enough to get there. And maybe the synergies that exist in the set are going to make it good, right? Okay, here I'm kind of surprised to see this guy. When it enters, make 2 1/1s, 5 make a 1/1. It's 2 1/1s for 3, but I assume there's good synergies with it. And I mean, if you imagine it just with like the overrun effect of Catharsis, that could be sweet. So I'm going to take that. I don't know, maybe I actually am in Merfolk, like white-blue. When it enters, gains hexproof. Okay, so this is a protection hexproof trick, and it gets +1/+2. Yeah, I think I was a sucker for taking Peel to Eridu. I kind of panicked. Players can't draw cards or gain life. What? I'm sorry, what? Players can't do what now? At the beginning of each player's draw step, they lose 3, search for a card, and shuffle. I don't know, maybe I just take the 1/1. Make a 1/1. Oh, this is a... Oh, yeah, I do usually like these 2/2 for 2 that can go in any deck. I typically, I liked the 2/1 for 2 in the last set. For 2 generic. Changeling Flash. Oh, I've heard a lot about this card. People are loving this card. There's also a fairy in here. So fairies, merfolk, and elf seem to be the open lanes. I'll take another dagger. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Choose elemental, elf, fairy, giant, something or something else. So this is good if you're like way in one of the changeling decks. How good do I think this actually is? A 2/2 changeling for 2 that can be moved as an equipment. This type of card is usually at least fine. It's not something to write home about, but it's at least fine. Okay, so I could totally believe... this is a better combat trick, I think. First strike for 2. Another target merfolk. I think I might be blue-white, looking at everything that I have. Whoa, now, what? Pay 2 or pay... Blight 2 or pay 1. Okay, way better if you have blight synergies, but... And we actually wield a red card. Maybe I can live the red-white dream after all. I don't think Kithkin is open exactly. But this doesn't need to be a Kithkin card, does it? Okay. When a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of Kithkin you control. And then this is the green-white Kithkin. Yeah, but you don't want to be green-white with Catharsis, so you're not really looking for the Kithkin payoffs. Cinder Strike. I would like this card, but I think I think blue was pretty clearly an open color. Loses all abilities and becomes a 1/1. Yeah, leaving your opponents with a 1/1 after you spent a removal spell is typically not good. When it becomes tapped. Okay, so maybe I should try to lean into the merfolk angle. Maybe I should say I'm probably blue-white. I could play Catharsis in a blue-white deck. I think it's fine. I think. Not at its best. I could be Jeskai, but I probably don't want to push that far. I don't know if this card is going to be good, but if you can tap it a lot, it's got to be good, right? Oh, hey, there we go. A blue-white card. Okay. When it enters, untap each other merfolk you control, and if you attack with 3 or more merfolk, your merfolk get big. That card seems good. Untap each other merfolk, so you can really get someone with this. Like, you have some tapped merfolk, and then you flash this guy in during their attack. I would love to wheel Mischievous Sneakling. I played with Kithkeeper during pre-release. What are we trying to wheel? So if I'm in merfolk, when it becomes tapped, you loot. That sounds kind of sweet. Also, this guy has Convoke. That's a way of tapping my merfolk. But okay, I'm on Deepway Navigator. All right, so I think we're probably blue-white. Spell Snare. Spell Snare. That's one to keep an eye out for in best of 3. So they pass 2 Kithkin, which makes sense to me. This thing is a land cycler that's a little bit expensive. I mean, Cinder Strike is awesome, right? Cinder Strike is so good, I think. It deals 2 damage to a target creature. It deals 4 damage if you blighted. It's way better if you have blight, but it's still just really good, right? 4 damage for 1 mana is such a good rate. It enters with 2/1/1/1. When another creature enters with a -1, yeah, I'm not on that. And this is a Kifkin thing. What do we do here? I actually kind of agree with them that maybe I do speculate on Cinder Strike in case I end up back in white-red. That was an awkward pack. I'm not sure what to make of this. Well, hey, when it becomes tap, you gain 2. Yep, I think I'm very happy to play this card. Same Lords of Limited episode I referred to earlier, Ethan mentioned comparing this to Compassionate Healer and Avatar. You know, instead of scry 1, gain 1, you gain 2. Gain 2 is a lot, especially in a racing situation, especially if you have ways of tapping it and untapping it. Let me remind myself of this card. So when it enters, you choose a creature type. They cost 1 less, and at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's that, you can reveal it and put it in. I want that card to be good. I don't know if it will be, but I want it to be good. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of white and blue cards, so that makes me feel a little hopeful. I don't think Noggle the Mind is going to be good. +1/+0 and flying. Ooh. Return it from your graveyard to your hand so you can't get 2 for 1. Well, you kind of can. You have to blight stuff to bring it back. I don't know. That seems good to me. +1/+0 and flying. It might be bad. I don't know how this is going to play out. Like a Cinder Strike will make you look like a fool if you play this card. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it out. I think I can try that one out. Hey, we don't know yet, right? This is the early format. Kindle the Inner Flame. Create a token that's a copy of target creatures. Yeah, I don't think so. Must be blocked if able. This is Elf Synergy. We have an Elemental Wizard, mana value 4 or greater. I don't necessarily believe in the mana value 4 or greater deck, but I don't see good. Maybe I should have been white-green. Actually, wasn't green pretty open? Yeah, I don't want antis something or other. I do think that Merfolk specifically is open. I don't know if like blue is the most open pair. When it enters Surveil 1, but it's for 4, I'd rather have the 2-drop. Yeah, I had this at pre-release and it was pretty awesome. I think my curve is looking really good, right? Run Away Together is nice too. I liked this card a lot in Bloomburrow. We just have to see how many ETB effects there are in this set, but I'll happily just take the 2-mana creature, and I'll take another 2-mana creature, be happy with it. White is looking pretty cut. Maybe I just shouldn't be white. No, but again, Merfolk is open, right? So yeah, I'll take Summit Sentinel. Do I play Catharsis in a white-blue deck? I'm thinking yes. Curious to hear what other people think, but I think yes. Okay, I'm just basically settling into Merfolk here. Sure, I can take Eclipse Realms, name Merfolk, and I'm probably where I want to be for that to make my mana better. Cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater. So 4 or greater is the elemental thing. Try to put someone in Elves, because no one is in Elves right now, it seems. Okay, what do you do? As an additional cost to cast it, behold a Kifkin. Other Kifkin you control get. Yeah, as an additional cost to cast it, behold a Kifkin. You really need to be in the Kifkin decks for these things that make you behold a Kifkin, right? I guess I maybe have enough shapeshifters that I could try it out. How good do we think this is going to be? Wild Unraveling? I mean, 3-mana counter target spell is not bad. The double blue could be a little bit tough. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. So typically, destroy target attacking creature has not been good in recent sets, but Convoke makes me think this could be pretty upsettingly good. Like, I tap all of my Merfolk, I get some tap triggers, like I get to loot and gain 2 life, and I destroy your thing, and it comes out of nowhere because I convoked it in, and I can hit a blocker or an attacker. I feel like this has what it takes. I feel like that card has what it takes. Okay, what do we get? Meek Attack instead of Sneak Attack. Put a creature card with total power and toughness 5 or less onto the battlefield. Oh, I love this. I had not seen this card. I haven't seen like almost any of these cards, in case you couldn't tell. Okay, I could cast. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. Hexproof from each of its colors. That's mind-bending. Becomes all colors until end of turn. Seems good, right? For 2 mana. This I would need 3 white to play. I would definitely not hate the pacifism, but I feel like, yeah, let's try the 2-drop. And then this thing, you gain 1 life, return a card of the chosen type from your graveyard to your hand. Doesn't look as good, at least for me. Okay, Morkant's Eyes, Shadow Urchin. Maybe I should have been white-red Blight. I don't know. Whenever a creature with 1 or more counters on it dies, exile a card and you can play it. It does look good. I'm surely not in the Tome Skimmer situation. So let's go with the Merfolk payoff. I'm basically just reading that Merfolk is open at this table, so I'm just going to grab this Merfolk. equipped creature. So I do have an equipment, or no, I have an enchant creature. As long as its toughness is greater than its power, it assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Hey, you know what? I could make, you know what I could do? A Gravelgill Scoundrel. I could make a 1/4 unblockable that deals 4 damage. That seems awesome. And I'm hoping to wheel. Unexpected assistance would be nice. Summit Sentinel, Silvergill, Peddler, etc. But no, I think I want to try out Bark of Doran. I'm not saying it's a good card in a vacuum, but you are going to be pretty upset when you sit down to play at FNM and you're like, Bark of Doran sucks, and then someone plays a Gravelgill Scoundrel and starts smacking you in the head for 4 every turn. Personify. Exile a creature, then bring it back and make a 1/1. Yeah, I want maybe Silvergill Peddler or Summit Sentinel. Could be good with Bark of Doran, and I kind of like having more 2-drops. I kind of like having a really good curve. I do want things that tap. Convoke. Yeah. Convoke. Flying Vigilance. When it enters, make a 1/1. Okay, so this is just merfolk.deck. We're just trying to figure out how good merfolk is today. When it becomes tapped, target creature and opponent controls gets -3/-0 until end of turn. I don't hate Glamormite, but I kind of want to try the Wanderwine Distractor. It feels like a card that can win games. It doesn't look really good on the face of it to me, but I think Cheon mentioned this. Don't sleep on this card, because if you can just keep giving things -3/-0 and attacking, that's amazing. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Tweeze is probably a card that doesn't belong here. We're probably going to look back on this in the late format and be like, hey, why are there all these Tweezes flowing at the end of this draft? But hey, I'm right there with everyone else. I'm only reading half the cards in each of these packs in a panic trying to make the timer. I'm guessing some of these cards are signaling that maybe Fairies was open. But hey, I like the Convoke card here for sure. What do you do? A Changeling that has first strike during my turn. Could be. I think I'm a pretty fast deck. Another Wild Unraveling. It does seem hard to cast, right? I might not play these. I probably won't play the Everstrike's Gift. So I have nothing to do on turn 1, which feels a little awkward after aggroing so much in Cube and then also playing the Avatar aggro stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, Merfolk was super open. What do I even do here? I kind of want to go for the payoff rather than the enabler. I'm just hoping that I have enough enablers. I think I do. The one thing about Wanderwine Distractor, though, is I guess I can try tapping it during their turn as much as possible. Kind of wish I hadn't passed that tapper early on. Okay, let me clean this up. And I actually think maybe I'll clean it up live because we're all learning the cards. Usually I would cut this part. So skip ahead a few seconds if you don't really want to see this. But okay, so the Stalactite Daggers, I wonder if, first of all, I'm not playing 2 Wild Unravelings. It needs double blue, and it probably counters for 3. Actually, I have no Blight synergies. I think I'm not playing Wild Unraveling. The reason being the double blue. If it were 1 in a blue, it would be a totally different story. Okay, so this is a Merfolk tap enabler. This thing untaps my stuff. Flash. I do like this Changeling, but probably not the other Changeling. This guy is not a Merfolk, but I think it's good enough. I don't know. It kind of feels like a mini Giver of Runes. Like, it kind of just makes my stuff really hard to target. Klatchin Festival, I think, did not get there. We're not doing the whole Kifkin thing. Stalactite Dagger, I'm inclined to say I'm not playing just because I got there on Merfolk. I got there on, like, synergistic, more powerful cards. Draw 3 cards, then discard unless you discard a creature. I love this kind of card. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to play it. So I'm putting, like, Convoke cards over here. You have Convoke, you have Convoke. This card I do not want to play. It has nothing to do with my game plan. When this creature becomes tapped, another Merfolk you control gets +2/+0. It's understated. It does have flying, though, and think of how annoying this is going to be with Bark of Doran. Hot take, I think, don't sleep on Bark of Doran. I think its stats might come back and it'll be like a D, but then it'll be the kind of a card that you just lose to over and over again, and you're like, how am I losing to this crappy low win rate card, you know? So I definitely want to test it out here. When this one becomes tapped, this is a tap payoff. Right, let me put tap payoffs over there. This is a tap enabler. This is a tap payoff. So I'm making little zones here. When it dies, draw a card. I don't know how good. This is my style of card. I don't know how good it actually is. When it becomes tapped, you do this. When it becomes tapped, you do something. I'm not going to play. Maybe I play Appeal to Eridu. I mean, I don't have a very high opinion of this card, but the idea of just tapping a bunch of stuff and getting value does sound good. I feel like I could have used more Silvergill Peddlers. Maybe I don't need 2 Wonderwine Distractors. When this one enters Surveil 1, I don't really have the flickering stuff that I would need to make that work. This feels like just a good card. Unexpected Assistance has Convoke, so this is a tap enabler. Yeah, this one seems pretty sweet, the tap enabler. And then, let's see, Protective Response and Temporal Cleansing. Now I'm below 40 cards. Yeah, okay. So let's sort this as, how do you do this? Minus TCR, and then I want to sort it according to mana value, which I think I still have to do by hand. I want to just make sure that my curve is still looking pretty reasonable. So I'll put all of these guys over here at 2-drop, 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 2-drop. Yeah, curve's looking pretty good. I'm going to try Catharsis. This is probably not the ideal Catharsis deck. I think it's looking like my creature count is high enough. I'll probably add in 2 creatures here. And then I think that my creature count is high enough that I will play Appeal to Erdu. It's hard for it to get 2-for-1 because you target 2 different creatures. Okay, so maybe I actually do just play the daggers, right? I don't think I want to play Everstrike's Gift. I think maybe this is better if you have cards that connect. I mean, it's good if you have Blight synergies, right? That's really what it's for. I don't really want another 4-drop. Yeah, let's just play the 2-drops and just get on board. I could technically also play Feisty Spikeling, but I think I'd rather just have the extra power, and these guys are also, or the extra toughness, I mean. These guys are also shapeshifters, and then I could re-equip this to, let's say, Gravelgill Scoundrel. That could be pretty nasty. Okay, so what else? Now, Eclipsed Realms. How many merfolks do I have? Creatures, let's see, on the right here, merfolk 9. Yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of just want to play an island, probably. Oh, hold on, wait, we're at 9-8. Okay, yeah, an island. I have a double blue for Unexpected Assistance, although that thing has Convoke, right? Yep. So I just need blue creatures for that. Yeah, I don't know if Tam is at its best in this deck or if it's actually good or what. My curve is a little bit even better than it looks because, like, Appeal to Erdu, you're never casting for 4 mana. Unexpected Assistance, and these you're never casting for 5 mana. Yeah, let's run it out. All right, this looks fun. The Merfolk deck. Let's swim. If you're enjoying this video and you want to see me climb out of the depths of Mythic 97% and up to Mythic 1000, and you want to get better at Magic along with me while I draft every single day, please go ahead and click subscribe in the description below. I will be drafting Lorwyn every day a new Lorwyn video. I try to talk through all of my decision making as much as possible so that I take you along with me and we can grow at Limited together. And super interested in any and all feedback all the time. Please always feel free to comment. If you think I made a misplay, if you think I made a really cool play, go ahead and let me know. All right, I think this is a keep. Apparently, I'm actually Mythic 1436, but it was displaying it as Mythic number 97% earlier. Maybe, I don't know if a lot of people are playing games. Okay, and it's just moving quickly, or it's just 2 different ways of displaying it. But hey, that's a success already. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters. Yeah, we saw this during the draft. At the beginning of your end step, if there is an elf card in your graveyard and it has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a counter. Okay. I feel like Temporal Cleansing will be good against that. Probably let's just play our 2/2. So this happens at your end step. So you can't put an elf in the bin and then crack in. Okay. Just put down the dagger. Get myself. Oh, it doesn't start out attached to it. Oh, I totally misread this card. My bad. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this card is worse than I thought. I just assumed that it would start out attached to it. Bad assumption on my part. Should have read it more carefully. Read it too fast. Okay, well, I'll just play Summit Sentinel. I can double block this guy and not be too afraid. Can double block the Creekwood Safe Right because Summit Sentinel replaces itself when it dies. Yeah, okay. This card just went way down in my pick order. I was like, this is good, isn't it? All right, I'll double block here. They might have a, like, remove a counter from something at instant speed kind of a trick. That's fine. So you trade with the Summit Sentinel. I get a card reimbursement for that. All right, get a card back. So what does this do? Gains Wither +1/+2. Yeah, but that's fine because you killed my thing anyways. Okay, so if I play Pestered Wellguard and they kill it, then I'm not going to get my token back. I'm not going to get my token. What I'd rather do is probably play Gravelgill Sentinel, equip the Stalactite Dagger to the, or Gravelgill Scoundrel, equip the dagger to it. If they want to kill it, that's fine. Next turn, I play a land, play the Pestered Wellguard, and supposing that my 1/1 survives, then I get to tap this for protective response, hopefully. The other option is play this and then immediately Temporal Cleansing their guy, getting a 1/1. This makes a 1/1 flyer. That's pretty sweet. You just really want to tap it. If you play this and it gets removed, that sucks. Temple Garden. What's happening here? They're 4 colors. They Evolving Wilds for an island and got the Temple Garden? Is that what happened? Sig Wanderwine Wisdom. What's happening? Okay. It can't be blocked. When it enters or transforms, target creature gains... Draw a card? Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? And it can't be blocked. Can it be blocked? No, that thing can't be blocked. Okay. But this thing can be blocked. All right. Well, I'll certainly block that, of course. Protection from each color. Okay, you can pay 1 to flip it. Oof. I mean, that's obviously extremely good. So Temporal Cleansing is a sorcery. So what I'm going to do is play this. If I Temporal Cleansing Sig, then they will just recast it and all my creatures are tapped down. So what I want to do is leave a few creatures untapped, probably 2 creatures. I could attack here with Gravelgill Scoundrel, and then during their turn, convoke out a protective response. But actually I think I don't want to attack because I don't want them to be able to kill one of my guys and make me unable to play protective response. So here my hope is they give the other creature protection from each color, and then I'm going to convoke out a protective response on Sig. So I will tap like that. Yep, that's good. And attempt to kill Sig. Let's see if it works. I do get a 1/1. Sig goes away. And then this guy, they don't draw a card, right? Sig only does that when it... Oh, they gave Sig that ability, perhaps? I'm a little confused about what exactly happened there. Okay. Target... This creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and each creature in your graveyard. Oh, this is permanent? That thing just permanently has protection? Oh. Oh, no, until your next turn. Okay. That's reassuring. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to cast this on the Adherence. Maybe I kind of want to just play Catharsis. Okay, so here's one line. I play Catharsis. I get my 2 1/1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I tap 4 creatures, and I put Moon Vigil Adherence back on top, and then I attack them. That sounds good. I don't know how much I should be playing around board wipes. I honestly don't know. But this gets me a long way towards convoking. So I'm going to do it on this. I really don't want Arena to tap stupidly here, please. So I'm going to tap this one. That's the one that really matters. And then, yeah, let's tap this. Tap a 1/1. Tap another 1/1 with Summoning Sickness. So that guy goes away. I make another 1/1. My deck feels pretty sweet. I don't know if there's a board wipe here. Maybe I just get toasted somehow. Thirst for Identity feels good as well, right? And then attack with everyone who can attack. And I don't need to make it unblockable. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh yeah, this guy's Vigilance. Oh, so I actually could have attacked 2 turns back or whatever. Should have attacked earlier. All right, please don't board wipe me with your black, green, blue, and white mana. Just go ahead and play a swamp. Go ahead and play a swamp. I dare you. So they put this on top. Oh, second from the top. So I could have done this to Sig a few turns ago. Sorry for all the misplays. I'm clearly, as you can easily tell, I am learning this set right along with everyone else in real time. I'm just going to go ahead and Thirst for Identity right now. I feel like drawing some cards is good. Now, I do not want to discard that creature. I would rather discard an island and another island. Yeah, totally. Now, do I play out my creature? That feels excessive. I don't know about board wipes, but that feels excessive. All right, and then, so you don't have protection from everything anymore. I could play Tributary Vaulter. The question is whether I want to tap the Tributary Vaulter or tap the Pestered Wellguard. I'm really inclined to tap the Pestered Wellguard here. What I think I want to do is move the +1/+1 onto Catharsis. Then I'm going to move to attacks. Probably just attack with everything except Pestered Wellguard. I'm okay trading a 1/1, you know, throwing a 1/1 into the meat grinder of their 3/4. When a creature you control enters, you gain 1. Sweet card, by the way. Sweet card, a Death-Touching Soul Warden. Okay, so in with these guys, and this is an attack trigger. So I'll do this, and I'll tap Pestered Wellguard. I get a 1/1, and this guy's unblockable. Deck's playing out great so far. In the 0-0 bracket, the deck is looking sweet. Blocks like that always make me scared. That's a kind of a block that sometimes precedes a board wipe, but okay, they didn't throw away their Creek Wood Safe Right. Say that 10 times quickly. They do have an elf in the graveyard now, so this guy can start getting pumped. They did draw a Moon Vigil Adherence. Oh, this is scary. That's a scary attack. Okay, is there a board wipe coming? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? No, just a Moon Vigil Adherence. That's fine by me. That is fine by me. 5/6, okay. And then you remove a counter. Okay, I'm gonna play. So can I deliver lethal here? 1, 2, 3. If I attack with both 1/1s, actually, suppose I attack with everything. I put a dagger on the Scoundrel, and I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. If I could play Stalactite Dagger and equip it and play Tributary Vaulter, I would have lethal, but I just don't. So, okay. I'm not going to try to push lethal here. I'll just play the dagger. Next, attack. And then perhaps I do just throw away a 1/1 to push 1 more damage. That kind of feels good, actually. Sacrifice a 1/1 to push a damage. I'm going to tap my Wellguard. Make another 1/1. Wellguard's so good. Wellguard is so good. This is a must-answer threat. That is a must-answer uncommon. And then I'll just play my dagger. All right. Now, they have a chunky trampler. Yeah, I feel pretty good with my flash creature that I'm not going to get blown out here. I mean, they come kind of close. If they had like a double strike trick or something, maybe they could come kind of close to doing lethal against me. What the heck? I started out the game at Mythic 1436. I win the game, and I lost 240 places. People are playing games at such velocity now. It's just going up and down wildly. Okay, on to game 2. That was a sweet game 1. That was a sweet game 1. All right, now it's our opportunity to pick up some rating against Mythic number 166. So let's focus up and let's try to win some games. Well, one game specifically. Start out with an island. Is that... Yeah, that double blue counter is not looking awesome, is it? Let's see. Already we have a decision. Would we rather play the Summit Sentinel or hold up for the flashing creature? I think I like the idea of putting down Summit Sentinel. This feels like, I don't know, maybe the more aggressive play is a Mischievous Sneakling, and maybe that's just better for me here. Let's see. So after I play this, I can draw 3, discard 1 if I want to. I can also Temporal Cleansing and buff something. I maybe could have snuck an attack in, but Summit Sentinel is just such a commanding blocker. I do like their lands. I wonder if they have the counter spell here. Counter target spell for 3. Yeah, maybe I should just be running that. Now, I don't really want to do anything. I kind of like the idea of just attacking. This guy's not a merfolk, so I can't buff it. Oh, maybe that was a reason to play the Mischievous Changeling. Yeah, okay. 4 damage to a tapped creature. Understood. Okay, so I'm hoping to probably... I guess I could be hoping to... I have 2 options. I could either hold up the Sneakling and block their Shield Bearer, which feels kind of bad because I'm probably trading the Sneakling for a pump trick. I'm almost priced into doing that. Yeah, maybe I should have just held back Summit Sentinel. Well, I want to play on my opponent's turn because I really don't think I'm supposed to Temporal Cleansing the Timid Shield Bearer here. It's a little bit too timid for me to want to do that. Okay, I will Thirst for Identity. Interesting, interesting. I guess maybe they read me for Sneakling. Now, will I discard a creature? The alternative would be discard 2 cards. I think I can get rid of the Sneakling. All right, so I'll play Island Tan. I can Temporal Cleansing, bouncing their Shield Bearer, and then attack for 1. Is that good? I could also Unexpected Assistance. Kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of me just having infinite lands. That sounds kind of good. Do I do it while they're tapped down? Probably not. Probably not. So this would untap each merfolk, but I actually don't even have any merfolk. Yeah, this is probably better than playing a 1/1. So okay. Pestered Wellguard. Okay, well that's going to get Temporal Cleansing for sure. All right, end of your turn. I'll provide some Unexpected Assistance to myself. Unfortunately, no tap synergies there. I'll pitch the island. Draw a card. Okay, so I'm going to play a land. I'm going to play Catharsis, and then let's put Pestered Wellguard back on top. This card feels pretty good with all the Convoke stuff. I mean, obviously, I would rather have the red mana as well, but okay. Probably tap everything except Summit Sentinel. So this is better as a tempo card naturally, but now I think I'm in a position where tempo is actually pretty good. I could have kept Tam untapped to give my stuff hexproof, but I don't care if Summit Sentinel dies. This thing has hexproof from white and red. This thing has hexproof from blue, so they already are a little bit protected against the blue-white deck. Convoke and Vigilance. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so Deepway Navigator is pretty conditional, but I do have Stalactite Daggers. So I'll play a Stalactite Dagger. So this makes some merfolk, but actually not 3 merfolks, unfortunately. Play the double dagger. So next turn, I can equip some merfolks. I could like double equip Catharsis. I can flash in Deepway Navigator end of their turn, double equip Catharsis, and then crack in with 3 merfolk, giving this guy 6 power. Kind of a tortured game plan. I'm also kind of scared to see what my opponent does with more mana, but I guess Convoke means I can't be too stuck with amazing stuff in their hand. Okay, Silvergill Peddler, that's a good one. That will help them find their mana, and it's a pretty good blocker. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to clock. They put this guy on the bottom. It's interesting. Means they didn't have that much Convoke stuff at that time. Because flyers are good in this situation. Okay. End of turn. I'll flash this guy in. And then go to my turn. Okay. Not the draw I'm looking for. So now what I want to do is give a bunch of stuff +1/+1 and just attack with everything, right? If you attacked with 3 or more merfolk this turn, merfolk you control get +1/+0. So basically, you put a dagger on the Kifkin, a dagger on the other Kifkin, attack with everything except Tam, and a bunch of my stuff gets chunky. Then I'm attacking for 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13. They counterattack for 4, 8, 12, 15. Sounds right to me. I mean, they could have obviously a lot in their deck. I'm not going to attack with Tam. I really like the idea of all of my stuff having... Oh, I should not attack with this either. Yeah, I like the idea of all my stuff having, you know, protection from stuff that would kill it. Yep, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. These blocks, I buy it. They could have a Convoke, like Convoke destroy target creature, but Tam is helping me here. Kind of like Tam. Tam is feeling pretty sweet. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on Catharsis. Do I play a land and put something on something else? Yeah. I don't know that they're like playing around things here, so maybe I put another one on Catharsis. This is a merfolk, this is a merfolk, and this is a merfolk. So actually, I kind of like having this still be a merfolk, so maybe I shouldn't have played that land. Nah, let's put this on Catharsis so that it can attack next turn. I did draw all of my card draw stuff, which is unfortunate for me. Problem is I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I'm playing around. I like that it's a tree that is celebrating. I love Lorwyn. I played so much of the original Lorwyn. All right. Yep, I was expecting some kind of an attack. Oh yeah, this thing has vigilance. Yeah. So makes sense. That's a free attack. They're not attacking with Silvergill Peddler, so they don't want the loot. That does mean that they agree that I'm the beatdown. Unfortunately for Catharsis to get to attack over this guy, I do need to attack with 3 merfolk, which probably means throwing away at least 1 merfolk. What did they do well? I mean, keep out. I don't think I saw this. I'm playing both of these cards. I'm playing this card. Maybe I should play my Feisty Spikeling. Could be. I don't know that it would be very good on this board. Liminal Hold. Okay, so they're going to get rid of Tam, I assume. It's one other creature, right? Each other creature. Okay, well, sure, I'll put this on the Deepway Navigator, I guess. Actually, that was the worst one because everything they have would probably be white or blue, but okay. That's kind of a nice draw. So what if I attack with 3 and then I'm going to destroy Sun-Dappled Celebrant? Actually, let's just attack with 4 creatures. Right? Yeah. I don't really want to throw away my Deepway Navigator. I suppose I could attack with everything and then kill whatever blocks the Deepway Navigator. That could be good, right? I assume they'll chump Catharsis with something. Yeah, why don't I do that? Kill whatever blocks Deepway Navigator. Because suppose that Silvergill Peddler blocks Deepway Navigator for a trade. Feisty Spikeling blocks a 2/1... Timid Shield. Yeah, their blocks are pretty awkward. Yeah, I'm going to go in with the team. I do get the +1, right? Yeah, I'm in with the team. This guy does not get +1 because it's not a... I guess that's where I'm maybe being wasteful and throwing away resources a little. Yeah, I'm definitely throwing away resources here. Okay. Well, I'm going to kill that guy. I don't know if I baited them into a good block or what. I can't get my +1 anymore. But yeah, now after damage, so I have 4 damage on this guy, so I can't like cause it to die by moving stuff off of it. I'm gonna move this here. Let's see, they can activate this next turn. Okay. So these are all merfolk, so I still do get my +1/+0. But they can make this into a 3/4. Maybe I'm just attacking with Catharsis as a 5/6 next turn. Unfortunately, all their spot removal can now target my stuff. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have attacked with that many 1/1. Like, holding the Kithkin back probably would have just been better. Liminal hold as expected. Looking good. It even gained them 2 life. Okay. Oh, Wanderwine Farewell. Such a good card. Such a good card. Okay, well, this is hardly a surprise for them, so might as well just flash this in right now. Okay. I'll put the dagger on the navigator and attack with both. If you attacked with 3 or more merfolk, yep. All right, in with both. Probably they chump. I'll be surprised if they don't chump. Okay, chumping with 1, interesting. I wonder what that means. Put this here, and then I'll probably put this stalactite on this guy. And end. Could do with some good draws. Could do with some good draws. That would be nice. I wouldn't hate drawing well. But my deck is very low to the ground. I probably should take out... I don't know, these stalactites are kind of cool. Like, the synergy of the stalactites enabling Deepway Navigator by slapping them on all these non-merfolk, that's been kind of sweet. Okay. Oh, I actually screwed up. I was supposed to move this stalactite, because this had 0 damage on it. I was supposed to move this stalactite to the Summit Sentinel so that they couldn't do this attack. Yeah, that's an important thing that I didn't think about. If I had put it on the Sentinel, they couldn't do this attack unless they were willing to invest 5 mana in saving it. You live and you learn. That's a bad one. I mean, that could be the game right there, depending on what they're finding. Okay. Yep, my bad. Should have moved the stalactite defensively. I even had the 2 mana up, so that's a blunder by me. Chalk that up to not being used to the cards. What do you do? Remove a counter. Target creature gains indestructible. No way. And you get to bounce my creature? Brutal. I don't love that. Can I attack with Catharsis? You would probably triple block. Feels worth it to me. That feels worth it to me, yeah. And I can play everything else. I would trade Catharsis for 3 creatures. You could double... No, you can't double block. You can't kill with it. Okay, they're probably just going to chump with a 1/1. My prediction is they'll chump with a 1/1. In with Catharsis. Oh, okay. Interesting. Play the Sentinel. Play the Preacher. And end. So now I can easily be attacking with 3 merfolk. I don't know. Them taking... The fact that they value their 1/1 that much is really interesting to me. I'm not sure what it should tell me. Remove a counter. Target creature gains indestructible, but you have to activate as a sorcery. Another liminal hold. Wow. I wish I'd seen 2 liminal holds. I'll double block the Silvergill Peddler. I'll definitely trade my Preacher for that. You cannot make it indestructible. Okay. Ooh. A Silvergill Peddler of my very own, you say. I kind of want to move everything to Summit Sentinel and attack with that. It's pretty awkward for them to block. What if I move 1 to Summit Sentinel, 1 to Wandervine Preacher, and attack with the team? What do? 3/2 blocks the 3/3. The 2/3 blocks the 2/4. 2/2 and a 2/2 block the 3/4. Is that good for me? Kind of like the idea of just pushing the advantage. I kind of like that idea. I want to push my advantage because I feel like they might just be winning in the long run. Maybe I hold back Summit Sentinel and I just attack with the 3/4 and the 3/3. Does that give them opportunities? No, because I can play Silvergill Preacher and block their Silvergill Peddler, sorry, if they play it. Because they don't know I have the other mana to re-equip the Stalactite. So let's try this. It does give them the opportunity to pick what lives and what dies. But they're so low, I feel pretty good about it. Their Timid Shieldbearer is about to make combat really hard for me. It's not like Wanderwine Preacher is the greatest card of a generation. And there we go. Okay, I actually like picked off a card. So then I'm going to play the Silvergill Peddler, play a land, and put the dagger on it. And they technically can push their Peddler in. I mean, they can attack with the Peddler, I block, and then they pump with the Shield Bearer. Or they give it indestructible. But I'm not losing a creature here. So I don't hate that. Feels like I have good attacks. Maybe I wasn't supposed to block. I wonder if, like, I don't know, the LSV way would be just like take the damage because you're at 17 and you don't want to risk your creature. Okay, so you cannot activate, you cannot activate. At the beginning of your first main phase, were they stuck on green mana this whole time? That would be interesting. Okay, I want to probably move the Stalactite to Catharsis. Double blocking with the Stoneback plus a 1/1 on Catharsis is maybe a little annoying. And I do not hate if they just... So here they would probably block the Summit Sentinel with the 3/3. Double block Catharsis, perhaps? Or maybe they just chump it. Maybe they just take it. Silvergill Peddler is probably getting double blocked, to be honest. If I make the Peddler have 4 power, I don't think it's that. I don't think I get to keep my Peddler. So if I move the Stalactite to Catharsis, does it make it harder to block? They probably put the Shield Bearer in front of the 1/3 Sentinel. 4/5, so they would block Burden Stoneback with the 3/3 and the 3/2 probably. The 3/3 and the 3/2 would block pick Catharsis, and maybe the 1/1 chumps the Peddler. Maybe I just attack like this. They want to keep their Stoneback though, right? They want to keep their Stoneback. Let's do this. Let's do this. Kind of like this attack. If you want to kill my 1/3, I'm thrilled. Okay, Tributary Vaulter is an awesome draw here. Now I'm just going to play it and stack Stalactites on it, right? Oh, this is really good. This is really good for me. Yeah. So I'm going to kill... I think I'm supposed to kill... Like, I'm way more concerned about this becoming a 4/4 and making something indestructible than this buffing your stuff a little bit, right? Yeah, so I'm going to kill that one. Here, I get to kill both of them, which I'm really happy about. And then, yeah, I'm going to slap down this guy. And I'm going to put a dagger on it. And I'm going to put another dagger on it. And yeah, hopefully, I don't know what they have in their hand. If they have removal for Tributary Vaulter, that's annoying, but I'm still getting to crack in with Summit Sentinel. Actually, if they have removal, it's really bad for me. Here, pretty sure I just take it, right? I'm representing lethal in so few turns, I'm just going to take it. I'm letting them have value, but let's see. Oh, that's kind of a nice one. Target merfolk you control. So I have to leave the Summit Sentinel at home, don't I? All right, well, let's see if it gets killed on attack. It may very well. All right, okay. I don't hate it. I'll play a Wellguard. I wonder what their last card is. Oh, Sneakling. Okay, we're in top deck mode. So now I'm going to re-equip these to the Summit Sentinel for this turn, just to block the Peddler. And let's see what you've got. Let's see what you've got. I'm all out. Digging. Love to see it. Snap block. Did you find an answer to Tributary Vaulter? That's the only question left. These liminal holds have kept them alive, by the way. They would be dead if not for liminal hold. All right. I'll block with Summit Sentinel if you allow me. Wow, I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous. This is so tense. This format seems super fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Peddler? What'll it be? This guy looks so surprised. I'm going to block this time. This Sentinel is not part of my winning game plan. If they spend their last card killing Summit Sentinel, I'm really happy. Unless it's a 2-for-1 that also kills Tributary Vaulter. Or somehow destroys the equipment. I doubt that that can happen. What is it? This is tense. What have you got? Oh, what have you got? Come on. What is it? They're keeping me in so much suspense. What is your card? Tell me. What is your last card, my friend? Okay. Pyrrhic Strike. What did they find? Destroy a flyer and a... Holy smokes. Destroy a flyer and an artifact. What did they manage to draw there? Destroy an artifact and destroy a creature? Wow. Absolutely wow. Okay, how do we attack here? So, that was nutty. So if I attack with both, they have to block both, killing both of their creatures. I'm left with a Summit Sentinel and a 1/1 flyer. Okay, so that would be board wipe, but I keep Summit Sentinel and I get a 1/1 flyer. If I move the Stalactite to the Well Guard and attack, they get to keep a creature, but I get to keep a Well Guard, or else they double block the Well Guard. Their creatures die, my Well Guard dies. I have a 1/1, a 1/3, and they go to 1. That's the better line, right? They might just keep a creature. If I attack with both, how much do I care about them keeping a Timid Shield Bearer? Not much, right? It's not, or no, they would only get to keep the Sneakling, and that's all that they would have. I don't care that much about that, right? Right? I think this is the kind of Magic that I love. Very simple, pure math. In with both. I think this is the better attack. Yeah, they double block. I'll kill this guy. And then I'm going to move the dagger onto, I guess, the Sentinel. And yeah, see what you get is your last card. Mythic number 166. I'm coming for your rating points. We did it! All right. That was a nice win to pick up. That was a nice win. Mythic number 1. I only gained 62 rating points from that. Come on. Okay. All right. All right. Time to rack up some more wins. Merfolk is feeling pretty good. All right. On to game 3. I kind of like my deck. I think that, you know, misunderstanding that equipment was pretty bad. But it didn't do any damage. I mean, maybe I played slightly worse than I would have otherwise. But to be honest, it still feels good. Giving things Changeling really mattered there when I had like the Lord, the Merfolk Lord that like buffs my team if I attacked with a Merfolk. So here I think I probably will actually open with the Scoundrel. I don't know what removal there is in black. I'm sure lots. So it might be a bit of a removal magnet here. What's this? Discard a card, it gains indestructible. Yeah, don't mind that. Like, look at how nicely Stalactite Dagger lines up against that. So I'll play this. Probably for mana efficiency, just play the Peddler. The other option is play the Dagger because it's so hard for them to interact with. I think I'll just play this. I would like to be able to attack with this guy. Oh, this thing gives them priority all the time. That's going to be fun. Oh, you know what? I totally whiffed. I completely whiffed there. I was supposed to attack with the Scoundrel. It has Vigilance anyways, and then I get to tap my Peddler. So I should have gotten to loot. That was a whiff. Well, still getting used to the cards for sure. Okay, so I'll play Stalactite Dagger. Yeah, big whiff, big whiff. That's fine. Play the Dagger, and I'll attack with the Scoundrel. Yeah, because I kind of forgot I wouldn't have to trade the Scoundrel for the Elf because it gains indestructible. My bad. Okay, and that's fine. I'm holding up both of my Convoke cards here. Target creature can't be blocked by more than one creature, okay? Sure, go to my turn. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So I'll play this guy. So I could hold up Protective Response. It will be really obvious to them that I'm holding something up. Unless they think I'm just such a bonehead that like I totally forgot. Actually, because this makes a 1/1, I'm holding up the same amount of stuff either way. Aha, yeah. We're getting used to playing with Convoke over here at Unlimited Splash. Okay, so I attack with this, and then I'm gonna tap the Well Guard. So this doesn't look like an obvious play, I think. This would be what you would do even if you don't have a bunch of interaction in your hand. The reason I like, I mean, I don't think Appeal to Erdu is going to be awesome, but like the reason that I like these kinds of cards is Convoke is just such a surprise And I remember in March of Machines, there was a +2/+2 and flying trick for 1 and a white instant that had Convoke. And you would just like attack into a board thinking nothing could get you. And then suddenly, bam, out of nowhere, the thing has +2/+2 and flying. I think I will play this, even though I don't get value out of the Wellguard, because as long as I have Gravelgill Scoundrel, I'm getting value out of Wellguard, and also Appeal to Erdu is going to be a way of doing that. You are a, when it dies, draw card? No, when it enters, draw card. That's a lot better. Okay. The Mist Meadow Council. They look intense. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, I get to try this card out. That's awesome. That's awesome. Appeal to Erdu plus Wonderwine Distractor is like, how can I ever lose a combat again, you know? So in, tap my Wellguard. This deck is playing out awesome. Yeah. I get a 1/1, and now I can block, and appeal to Erdu, shrinking something and buffing my own guys. Playing this after blockers seems pretty nasty, pretty hard to get around. And dang, Pestered Wellguard is so good. You are a Mythic. What do you do? 7/7 for 1. All right, it already seems fair. Menace, it enters with 6/1/1 counters. When a permanent is put into your graveyard from anywhere, you remove a counter. So this guy just ticks up to 7. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. That's pretty good, my friends. Now, the question is, do I do my strategy here? I doubt I'm going to get a blowout off of Wonderwine Distractor. Do I just attack with everything next turn? And I use Appeal to Erdu offensively. That sounds good. Do I just say, I'll take that? I don't care. I'm the beatdown. I kind of like that idea. I'll take it because I'm the beatdown. I could chump. But I want to push damage against our green-black friend. Safe right cavalry. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not the beatdown. I kind of thought I was. All right. Okay, scratch that. I'm just going in for 1 more damage every turn with these guys. I could technically attack with Wonderwine Distractor and still probably get a good result. What if I do that? What if I attack with everything? Wonderwine Distractor gives Iron Shield Elf. Then they're going to block the Pestered Wellguard with Safe Right Cavalry, and unfortunately, this is where Appeal to Erdu could be a lot better. Okay. Because it can't make the Wellguard trade with the Cavalry, or it would still trade with the Cavalry. It can't make it kill it. But I just got the best chump blocker in the format. Let's pretend. Let's say. I don't know the format yet, but hey. Hard to imagine a better chump blocker than Summit Sentinel. I guess I could have put the dagger on one of my hard to block creatures before combat. That would be the more beatdown thing to do. I'm still getting used to this whole I'm the beatdown thing. Yeah, let's put this on the Summit Sentinel. Actually, if I put it on Wonderwine Distractor, then the Distractor can block the Cavalry and after Erdu, kill it without dying. So maybe that's best. Hopefully they don't just kill my Distractor. That would be annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they do that, I can still play Appeal to Erdu and not have to get my Gravelgill Scoundrel into combat. All right, let's try that. I feel like if I win a big combat, I have them on a pretty tight clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. It is a 2-turn clock, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 flyers next turn. With them at 9, it's 2 turns after next turn. Okay, pass. You attack with those guys. Pass to blockers. I'm going to block, and then I'll appeal to Erdu. They probably have removal. I'm targeting these two to get +2/+1, and then I'm going to tap you, and tap a white. And I will give this one -3 probably. Technically, this one would die if I don't give that one -3, so let's do that. Let's do that. I assume they have removal, but let's make them spend it. This guy can get +2/+2, but it would still die. This guy's going to get +2/+2 if all these things die. Yeah, I don't hate that. Go ahead and give it +2/+2. This is not an elf, but it can give itself +2/+2. Yeah, that's fine. So we trade. The Wonderwine Distractor is not so important to my game plan. That's a little annoying. Okay. So I can put this on Summit Sentinel and attack with Summit Sentinel. That sounds good, right? Just getting a little bit of extra damage there. I like that idea. Do I attack with this 1/1? No, there's no real reason. All right, next. So everyone attacks except this guy. And then I will tap that one to make a 1/1. You block the 1/1. You block this guy. Okay, you discard something. Yep, that's smart. That's smart. You get a counter on your guy. That's smart. Well, I'm not feeling super pressured on my life total. Okay, I get to draw a card. That's fine. I get reimbursed. Ugh, not the card I would have liked to draw. But okay, I'll play this, and I'll put this here, I guess. I don't want that guy to die. It's kind of a bluff. I don't think I'll block with it. But yeah, it's true. This thing, this is a nice combination that I didn't think about. If they discard a card, this thing grows. This is like a Psychic Frog. That's nutty. This is like they made a Psychic Frog at home. This is totally awesome. So you discard a card, and if it's a permanent, then you get to grow it. So if they had like 5 permanents in their hand, they could just grow this by 5. That's so cool. I love this set. This is awesome. I'm really liking it so far. A lot of interesting stuff to think about. Exile it, make it 2/2. Okay. So currently they're threatening 7 damage. I'm guessing I don't have to block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not winning yet. Loses 2 and you gain 2. Youch. Okay. That's a little annoying to me. I will block Iron Shield Elf in a heartbeat. Maybe I'll just... Yeah, no, I can't chump because it has Menace. Okay. Maybe I need to leave back 2 creatures to block Moonshadow. Now I'm suddenly feeling outclassed. When Wonderwine Distractor died, maybe I shouldn't have traded Wonderwine Distractor. Kind of feels like it was the right thing to do, though. Okay, can't chump, so I'll take the 5. Do you also have Menace? Yeah, everyone has Menace. Okay, you make it 2/2. Yeah, they're threatening a lot of damage here. Thirst for Identity is a nice one. Go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, not good. So, okay, if I attack for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm putting them on a 1-turn clock. They have to kill me next turn or gain life. They are representing 3, 4, 5 damage in Menacers, even if I block Moonshadow. So I really probably want to leave back... Well, Gravelgill Scoundrel can block the 3 damage. So Gravelgill Scoundrel blocks Iron Shield Elf. A 1/1 and Summit Sentinel co-block Moonshadow, and I take 5 going to 1. Maybe I want to leave back 1 more 1/1, because then they would be at 5. 6, putting them to 5. If they're at 6 and I lose 1/1/1, then I can kill them next turn. So I think that's right. I think I go attack, 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 putting them to 6. I'm making another 1/1, and then if they draw a removal spell, I'm not just dead on board. Right, because if I attack with this, I get a 1/1 and a 1/3. Gravelgill Scoundrel, well, I could double block Moonshadow, but then I'm dead to these 2 combined. Yeah, I think this is the safer attack, and I still should be able to kill them next turn. I'll play Summit Sentinel. I'll play... Do I move the... So Summit Sentinel and a 1/1 are going to block Moonshadow. The 2/4 is going to block the 3/1, and I would like for it to survive. Even if it dies, though, I can put the Stalactite. No. Well, if they attack with everything, then I could kill them. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they don't just draw. I mean, spot removal, I think I'm still winning. Life gain would be tough for me to deal with. If you attack with just Moonshadow, I absolutely block it. No questions asked. It's possible. Yeah. Is Gravelgill Scoundrel better than a flyer here? Yeah, I think so, because it makes another flyer as a potential blocker by tapping the Well Guard. Oh, this looks good. Oh, what just happened? You drew an Elf Lord off the top. You just top decked an Elf Lord. That's too bad. So double block there and block there. Wow. Okay, no. This is I can do better. Block and block. Take 4, no trample. 4 damage to me, and the next turn I do 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. So I'm still not winning next turn. Well, I like the idea of Summit Sentinel dying, so I get 2 draws. Ugh, man. It's a good thing I left back 1 flyer to block, eh? Do I have a better block than this? I don't think so. 2/4 blocks with 3/3. Take 4, go to 2, and I need to draw my way out of it, right? I could, yeah. Yeah, I think this is a block. Tough stuff. Wow, what a good draw. What a good draw. Okay. So I assume they're assigning damage, right? They don't have anything to do in the graveyard. Yeah, the green-black mid-range deck looks pretty good. I didn't think Dawn Hand Eulogist would be very good, but that 2 life totally defined the race here. So why do they even have priority right now? They can't discard a card. This can't do anything. Not sure what's going on. Okay, they were just assigning damage. Hold on, how did they manage to not kill Summit Sentinel? Oh, they can do 5 damage all to that. And I drew nothing. Okay, so they block, so 2, 1, 2, 3, so 2 and 4. So actually I win, right? Because they didn't kill Summit Sentinel, I win? What's going on? I'm so confused. They assigned all 6 damage to the 1/1 to leave Summit Sentinel alive. So I attack with everything. They block the 3/2, and they take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I missing? They can bring an elf to their hand. Does an elf have flash? No, because that'll be after damage and you're at 0. Kind of confused here. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Okay, I thought they were going to kill the 1/3. Okay, well, hey, we take those 2. All right, so 3 wins, 0 losses? Yeah, all right, 3 wins, 0 losses. Let's go merfolk, fishy time. On to game 4. Okay, we have Gravelgill Scoundrel, Summit Sentinel. I love the curve on this deck, by the way. Okay, this time I won't misplay. I'll remember that Tributary Vaulter buffs Gravelgill Scoundrel, but not Summit Sentinel. So let's play, and this is gonna be the combo if they let us do it. Gravelgill Scoundrel turn 2 into turn 3 Tributary Vaulter, and then the Scoundrel starts tapping the Vaulter and getting in for 3 unblockable every turn. That sounds pretty good. However, they're representing counter mana. No, because they cannot blight and they cannot play an extra. So as far as I know, they don't have a counter. At least they don't have the 1 counter that I saw. Okay, they have a different counter. Nope, they have land cycling. Okay, phew. All right. I used my format knowledge of knowing about that 1 double blue counter. Whoa, what does this do? It's the fishy mirror match. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards. Reveal a merfolk, plains, or island. Holy smokes, what a good card. And they were just choked on lands, and now suddenly this guy just solved the problem for them. Go you, that's awesome. Okay, I'll attack, tap my dude, and then this should work, right? I give it +3, and I'm attacking for 3 unblockable every turn. Yeah, let's go. This reminds me of original Innistrad with the Butcher's Cleaver on the Shroud unblockable dude, and you're attacking for 4 lifelink every turn. Yeah. Back to those days, please. Okay. So I could hold up for Thirst for Identity. I think I just want to develop my board, right? Play the Summit Sentinel, Attack with, it's like awkward because it's not a good use of mana. I'm just going to play this guy pre-combat to confuse my opponent and make them sad. So I could tap the Summit Sentinel to get the extra damage in off of Tributary Vaulter, but I like the idea of blocking with my Summit Sentinel, so let's not do that. Let's tap this guy and just 3 unblockable. The game plan is 3 unblockable all day, every day. I do wish I could have done this in a way where I could play either Thirst or Unexpected Assistance. Aw, you're so mean to me. You're so mean to do that to me. Like, you couldn't just let me, like, do my million damage every turn. You had to, like, do something about it. It's just unkind. Maybe I should be playing this guy. Flying, enter Serval 1. That felt pretty good for them. Okay. Okay. I still don't get to do anything else, but as long as I can keep the party going, right? I mean, isn't this what it's all about in Magic cards? Just 3 unblockable every turn? Isn't this what it's all about? It looks like they didn't have removal for the Gravelgill Scoundrel, or I assume that's the part of the combo that they would have targeted. Moonlit Lamenter. Remove a counter, draw card. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, that's my kind of magic. Holy smokes. Hello, Meldrifter. A 2/5 for 3 for 5. Draw 1, basically. All right, we're going in. I love this set. This is awesome. This is awesome. Comment below if you love this set. Subscribe using the link below if you want to see more fishes tapping everything forever. I don't know why I did that. I got carried away. I figured I would need to play it in order to play Unexpected Assistance. But that's actually not true. And also I could just flash it in and do that. So a little bit of a confusing thing for me to do. Flying First Strike Lifelink. Look at this guy. This is the most built owl you've ever seen. When it enters, up to 1 target creature loses all abilities. A flying counter, a first strike counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Okay. I assume Tributary Vaulter is getting nerfed? No. Okay. Well, lifelink helps them. Okay. Take some damage. Yeah, now they're gaining 2 and taking 3. They're gaining 3 and taking 3. They're gaining 5 and taking 3 every turn. Okay, so the opponent just totally tipped the scales on me. That's really bad. All right, so first I'm going to Thirst. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't do both. Okay, so let's just do this. Draw 3, then discard 1. Oh, what a beautiful draw. Another beautiful draw. Draw 3, then discard 2. Bark of Doran. Bark of Doran. How do I win here? Bark of Doran undoes the whole Tributary Vaulter combo, but I could just put the Bark on it and go in for 4. I think I really want to play Pestered Wellguard, though. So I'll decline and pitch the 2, I guess, Island and Plains. Oh, yeah, Island and Plains. You know, I could also put Bark of Doran on Tributary Vaulter. Kind of holds back their team, right? Ah, that's such a good idea. Here's how I do it. Bark of Doran. Start by putting it on Gravelgill Scoundrel. This is a little fragile, obviously, because any removal spell could, like, get rid of this. Attack with this guy, and I'm going to tap the 2/2. Then I'm going to re-equip the Bark to the Vaulter. And it just keeps switching it around. Very fragile play. I'm not quite dead if they have removal for the Vaulter. I'll just take it. So they have a +2/+1 trick, right? Oh, no, they have a +1/+1 trick. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, hey, they didn't gain life. That's got to be something. I wish Tributary Vaulter gave +2/+2, you know? Sig. Everyone has Sig. Draw a card. So you are going to get to flip it and give something protection from each color. Target creature you control gains protection from each color. Okay, I need to do a little bit of thinking. So here's what I want to do. I want to play Pestered Wellguard. Equip the Bark to Gravelgill Scoundrel. Attack, tapping Pestered Wellguard. Make a 1/1 flyer. tap Summit Sentinel, Mischievous Sneakling, and 2 lands to Temporal Cleansing their 2/2 to the top of their library. Then can they kill me? No. Oh, something gains protection, so they can sneak through 4 damage. But then Sneakling blocks Lamenter, Sentinel blocks Shieldbearer, Vaulter blocks the 3/3, let's say. I don't even need the Vaulter to win. Yeah, looks like a sound plan, I think. So it starts with play the Wellguard, put the Bark on the Scoundrel. Bark is looking like pretty nice, right? Go to attacks. I'm going to attack with this, and I'm going to tap the Wellguard. Gravelgill Scoundrel is just nutty, by the way. Unblockable is one of those abilities. It's just one of those abilities. Now, I cannot afford to play Tam here, right? Because I want 2 flying blockers. They can sneak through 4 damage. You know, the other thing I could do is put Sig on top. And then if I have any way of sneaking through another creature, I could win. Kind of want to put the Lifelinker on top, though. Sig flips, and then they do have enough mana to transform it. They give this +1. Oh, you know what? When they give everything +1, Abigail is going to make them unkillable to Gravelgill Scoundrel. So I need to think about that. Do I just put Timid Shieldbearer on top? No, because then Eclipsed Marrow is going to make them unkillable. So I need to sneak through 2 creatures next turn, unfortunately. Do I just let them attack for a turn? No, I probably die. Block. Yeah. I might have a win here, but I'm not familiar enough with the cards to be sure. I'm going to put the more chunky Lifelinker on top, and I'm going to tap, 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 and tap to do it. I'm like almost dead to attacks here. So they make this chunky. Oh, I might actually just be dead to attacks here. Because this thing doesn't have Summoning Sickness, it can also attack. Yeah. Okay, wait, they made Abigail. I think they might have had a kill. I think they might have had a kill if they made the Shore Lurker unblockable. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think they would have had a kill if they made Shore Lurker unblockable. So I'm happy that they did it this way. Okay, so I play Tam, make the Scoundrel unblockable, that's 4 damage, and then I just need to get through 1 damage. Seems like I can do that, right? Nobody has lifelink. Seems like I can get through 1 damage. In with the team. I'll give this guy plus... Oh, I could have given Scoundrel +2. I forgot it became a... It is a merfolk. Tap Tam. But I just need to get through 1 damage here. If they have a bounce spell, I was dead anyways. Do they have it? Doesn't look like it. Hey, we got there. I think they could have killed me by Sig giving Shore Lurker unblockable. Protection from everything. And then crack through with that, give it +1. And just attack with everything and give it +1. If you rewind to that point, I think that was a kill. But look, I don't blame anyone for misplaying on day 1 of the set. Goodness knows I have done it so many times in this video. So certainly no shade to the opponent. But hey, I'm really happy rattling off 4 in a row. Look, even if we lose 3 now, I'm really happy to be beating a bunch of, you know, really tough opponents on just based on pure raw card evaluation. So I'm having a great time with this draft. And look, we already almost made our gems back to go play some more Lorwyn. All right, so on to game 5. All right, game time. I'm loving the Merfolk deck. I love the whole like tap untap thing. That's a mulligan. I should probably go back to my deck list. This is tough. Like I have a great curve and these are my first draws with nothing to do. This could be nice with Tributary Vaulter, but it feels slow. I really just want to draw a 2-drop and just go 2, 3, 4 with removal. That would be ideal. The curve has felt very important. The fact that I have a good curve feels like... I think the elements of success here were reading the open lane, and the curve. Okay, I'm glad that they're playing a little bit behind curve because I'm playing a lot a bit behind curve. Tributary Vaulter time. I wish I had a Summit Sentinel with that, but it actually can't buff it, so, you know, doesn't make that much difference. Okay, Natural Jund. Natural Jund. When it attacks, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Whoa, now. That's a card. Holy smokes. Do I just sit at home? Do I just, like, play Summit Sentinel and hold up Appeal to Erdu? Feels pretty good on this board, right? Wanderwine Distractor is a little awkward. I don't know. Maybe I play Wanderwine Distractor and just take the Mantle of Beatdown. I'm just worried if I play Wanderwine Distractor, they remove it. Well, then I can still block this guy with the Vaulter. Okay. Okay, I'm sold. I'll play the Distractor. I just hope they don't remove it. And I hold back Tributary Vaulter so that if they spend, let's say, 4 mana on a removal spell here for the Distractor, then I can still block the Extractor. The Moonglove Extractor. Sorry, everything is Extractor Distractor. Okay. Well, snap a block. I mean, absolutely. I'm sure they have a way of killing my guy, but I'm not letting Moonglove Extractor attack me more than once if I can possibly help it. Are you going to blight me? Deal some damage to my Vaulter. You may pay 2 if you don't blight 2. Put a -1/-1 counter on this guy. You blight yourself and do that. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense to me. And a Courser. Oh, wow. Okay. Here's my idea. I play Summit Sentinel, attack with Wanderwine Distractor, give Chaos Spear a -2. They double block, and then I appeal to Erdu with my 4 mana. And then, oh no, it doesn't quite work, right? Because then they have 3. Sorry, they have 2, 4, and appeal to Erdu doesn't save my guy. Oh, ugly. Okay, new idea. Liminal Hold on Chaos Spear and just go in. Shrink you. Bonk. All right. Bit of a rocky start. Having all these 2-drops stuck in my hand isn't fun. Goodbye, Colruyt Zealot. Yeah, they do seem to be really looking for lands here. 2 -1/-1 counters on it. And what else? When another creature you control dies, you do stuff. Okay. Could play the Wellguard, but I don't have any way of tapping it. I kind of want to just go in with the Distractor, give your guy -3, crash in. I'm surprised. Yeah. You know, Palcheon is right, as per usual. No surprises there. This card is so annoying to play against because they can't just hold them both back, right? They can't double block. It's undouble blockable in this situation. Yeah, it might just be a good card, Wanderwine Distractor. It also has good art. I don't know, is the Merfolk deck actually just aggro fish? That would be cool. That would be cool. I like that idea a lot. Graveshifter. Oh no, that's a good card. That's a good card. Bringing back Colruyt Zealot. Bringing back Bogvile Boggart. Oh, okay. 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 All right. That guy comes down. Pass. I would just take the Curse Tosser. Okay, I'll play this guy. It does give them a good Curse Tosser target. I can't play this and then also play this, unfortunately. I only wish that I could. I kind of want to... Dang, I also can't play... My mana's awkward here. I want to play Wellguard, attack, and appeal to Erdu, but I would be 1 mana short after tapping the Distractor. I want to play the Wave Skimmer, but then I still can't attack and play appeal to Erdu. Yeah, my mana's awkward. Is attacking here non-negotiable? If I attack with Wanderwine Distractor, give, let's say, Mudbutton Curse Tosser -3. Then they double block with Heirloomanty and Graveshifter, perhaps? Or no, they would block with the Bogvile Boggart and Heirloomanty. And then if I give this +1, my Distractor dies anyways. Ugh. All right, it's Wellguard. I mean, it kind of awkward. Kind of awkward, but I think it's Wellguard. I mean, my hand is very powerful. Their hand's probably very powerful as well, especially since they decided to get back the 1-drop instead of the Zealot. It suggests to me that they have other top-end things that they want to do. Maybe specifically when they hit 6 mana. When it enters, oh, you're a rare. What do you do? Target creature gets plus X? What? Holy smokes. Wow, this is a bomb. Target creature gets plus X and another creature gets minus X. Wow, I mean, that is a cracked Magic card. I'll definitely just block there. Holy moly. Yep, your ante gets bigger. Wow, plus X to one thing, minus X to another thing. That is a strong piece of cardboard. Holy smokes. Yep, that's a problem for me. Okay, I'll play a land, play the Sky Swimmer. The fact that they just got to murder my Wellguard is so bad for me. That's so bad for me. I can't attack and also appeal to Erdu, so let's wait another turn. Dream Caesar. Wow, you just have everything, huh? Okay, I have to discard. Yep. And then you kill my 1/1 probably. Wow. Nice deck. Nice deck. They have some awesome synergies. Wait, I thought it was mana value 2 or less. Oh, power 2 or less. That's totally different. Wow. Okay, would love to draw some of my card draw stuff. I feel like the way for me to get out of this is card advantage. Heirloom Gloom Ripper is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers card. This has got to be a top rare. Whenever 17 lands data gets started, mark my words, that will be a top rare. Okay, I'm going to block this. I don't really want the creature on the board. I just want to start drawing cards. I don't even care about taking damage. I just want to draw some cards. Not lands. Other cards. Mud Button Courser. Another one. Curse Tosser. Terrible draw. Yeah, my deck is supposed to curve out, so not seeing a 2-drop, mulliganing, and then not seeing a 2-drop is probably the kiss of death here. I think I'm just going to attack. But I could still potentially win on card advantage. Like, I have enough of a life cushion. I'll just chump block here, see if I can get a card draw spell. But yeah, their deck is sweet. Dream Caesar is amazing as well. And yeah, the Curse Tosser looks really good. A 7/2. When this is a 70% win rate card, we'll look back at this and laugh at the time I got double Gloom Rippered. Sure. Okay. Wow. Nutty deck. Yeah, okay. Okay. On to the next one. All right. Going for win number 5. No. Oh. Well, I can play 2/2-drops. I could potentially play my draw spell. Yeah, this is clearly good. Put back Protective Response because I can't actually cast that. I do need to draw a white source, but we have 2/2-drops and a draw spell, so hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully we get there. I'll play the one that if it dies, I get to draw. Just give me more chances to draw my lands. Gravelgill Scoundrel plus equipment is pretty sweet. I wonder if the flying equipment, if I lose this game, I'm going to go back to my deck, which I probably should have done several times already, but I'll do this. Okay, when a goblin you control dies, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, but it does have Death Touch. Death Touch is a good ability. I think I'll play the Scoundrel partly to just get critical mass to rip out the Sky Swimmer. This thing, I'm guessing, I'm just going to take damage from it a bunch. That's just going to be how that goes, I think. So, no blocks. Clearly. Ante. Yeah, right. So this is the one where when another creature dies, surveil 1, and then you can take a counter off. I could do this and try to draw lands, but I think let's just play this dude. Flying and Vigilance is good, by the way. I'm probably going to take 4 here. And potentially another one from... No, this is when it dies, not when it enters. Phew. Yeah. If they have removal for the Sky Swimmer, start getting a little worried. Thirst for Identity and Unexpected Assistance in the same hand definitely requires me to not be like way behind on the board. Take the damage, thank you. Okay. Very awkward still. I'm just going to rip off Thirst for Identity. I really have to start hitting my land drops. It's not really negotiable. Yeah, maybe I just pitch the Sneakling. Tam is probably good on this board. Would I rather just discard 2 Stalactite Daggers? No. Play a land. I'll just attack with the Scoundrel because it has Vigilance. No need to make it unblockable, thank you. And you have a Sneakling. Yep. I was wondering when they left to untapped if it was going to be Sneakling. I almost said it, but... They could have flashed it in and blocked, but I guess they're worried about like Airdew, something like that. I could have definitely buffed my guy. Okay, I'll just block here. Actually, can I just block the ante? Yeah, let's double block the ante and see what they have. I don't care if it's a pump spell. Because Summit Sentinel can die and that's fine. Okay. I guess Scoundrel should have blocked Sneakling now that I think about it. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Okay, they bring it back. That's fine. Not ideal, but it happens. These things happen. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. So, but I don't have a white creature. Okay, I think I should take this out of my deck. It just doesn't get you out of the situations that I am concerned about. So I'll play this. I could hold up for Unexpected Assistance. Triple block the Boggart Curse Crafter, take 4, and then Unexpected Assistance, and 2 of my creatures die, probably leaving Summit Sentinel on the board. I could just hold up Appeal to Airdew. Maybe that's the thing to do. I like that. I'll attack with the Scoundrel. Decline. Yep, I'll attack with the Scoundrel. And Airdew is going to try to pick off a Curse Crafter. Looking like I don't have a pump spell with this attack. I assume they play Heirloom Ante before combat, so that when their stuff dies, their ante gets bigger. Makes sense. Everything is making sense to me. Okay. Pass to blockers. I think I'll trade the 1/1. Block and block. Appeal to Airdew, buff and buff. I guess I could buff the Summit Sentinel, but if they kill something, they're going to kill my 1/1 token here, so let's just do it this way. Yep. Heirloom Ante gets 2 triggers, and you get a damage trigger as well, so that's a little rough for me. And then it looks like you have something else, something to kill my Gravelgill Scoundrel. 2 damage to one target and 1 damage to another target. Brutality. Okay, Temporal Cleansing is a nice one. So I probably do Tam, Convoke Temporal Cleansing on the ante. Take a damage. Or take 2 damage. That's the price of doing business. I mean, ante does get more Surveil triggers, but I cannot play a value game here. I need to just not get completely run over this turn. The next turn I can play Stalactite Dagger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hold up Unexpected Assistance. Unless they kill Tam here, that would be inconvenient. Changeling Flying, gain 3. Okay. Not a good card, but a good card in this situation. I would actually say quite a bad card, but a good card in this situation. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. It's not like I'm a format expert, you know? All right, I'll do this. Can I equip 1, 2, 3, 4? I cannot. Okay. I mean, I think Stalactite Dagger is probably a bad card as well. So who am I to judge? I will block with Tam here. I need something fancy. I don't even know what draws get me out of this. I cursed myself by saying that I might go 0-3 after those 4 wins. Come on. Come on. Come on. We have to hang in here. What does this do? Grub's Command. Oh, that's just lethal. That is just lethal. Yep. Okay. They got me. Do I have anything? I highly doubt it. Let's Unexpected Assistance. Tap, tap. I don't think I have any. I don't even have a single spell for 1 white, but those are really nice cards to see earlier. Okay. Yeah, not the deck to have a slow start against. I feel like my deck, its advantage is its curve. So the last 2 games I mulliganed and then was off a color and didn't have my 2 drops and just got outraced. So not that it's entirely luck of the draw, but let's see if we can maybe make it just a touch more consistent. Okay, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to play Feisty Spikeling over one of the Stalactite Daggers because making the 1/1 understated cards felt really bad that game. Appeal to Erdu felt really bad. Even with the Merfolk tapping synergies, it just felt really bad. So I'm going to play Shore Lurker over that. I might even consider playing another Wanderwine Distractor, but I think 1 is probably about where you want to be. And then, yeah, I don't think I really can play anything else. We took a little bit longer to find our lane than maybe would be ideal. And yeah, I don't really think I want to play Everstrike's Gift. I think I just want to be really consistent creature focused. Maybe, you know what? For science, why don't we play it right now instead of the Stalactite Dagger? My concern here is you really want Blight synergies for this to be good. But there have been games that were so tight where flying really seemed like it would matter. So why don't we do this? And then actually, because of Convoke, I think maybe I should be on more planes. No, all my 2 drops are blue. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this list and see if this is better. All right, hopefully we can get a 5th win here. That would be nice. All right. Come on, win number 5. Let's go. Protective Response, Tributary Vaulter, and we have Tam. Yeah, Tributary Vaulter is awkward here. Maybe I don't have the Merfolk density for Tributary Vaulter to be at its best, but it's been sweet when it's been sweet, you know, with the unblockable guy. That's such a nice common combo. I definitely recommend keeping an eye out for that. And okay, Feisty Spikeling, that'll do it. Yeah. Maybe technically here I'm supposed to play Tam, but I just really like the idea of having a Feisty Spikeling ready to attack once I have my Tributary Vaulter in place. The thing that Tam would do is it would protect my synergy from spot removal. So maybe actually that would have been correct now that I think about it. But okay, I'm going to attack here. It does have First Strike. And then, yeah, I'll play Tributary Vaulter. Kind of a shame if it gets countered or hit for 4 damage or something. Mr. Sneakling comes in. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking is like the First Strike means Sneakling is not gonna break it. If they kill it here, if they kill my Vaulter, then I guess I'm punished for Tam, for not playing Tam yet. Opponent is on natural. What even is that shard? Play a land, and yeah, I clearly just attack with both, right? There's no reason not to. And with both, +2 to this guy, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Tributary Vaulter plus Feisty Spikeling. The Spikeling is looking like a good addition to the deck, isn't it? So I'll play Tam. Technically still have Protective Response up, and I also have Deepway Navigator up. Tam is so sweet. It must just be so annoying from the opponent's perspective. This thing getting pro red. They can still hit this with red stuff, and they can hit everything with the green bite spells. But yeah, Tam really feels like a Giver of Runes to me. Not as good, but kind of the same flavor of card. Hexproof is not as good as Protection, naturally. Yeah, this is like a blistering fast start, and then I play Deepway Navigator, and if I attack with that, my Spikeling is a 5/1, my Vaulter is a 2/3. Green, blue, red. Teamer. Sorry, I forgot the name of Teamer earlier. When another element, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Another elemental enters, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. When it leaves the battlefield, you put this back in your hand. Okay, got it. Okay, so what we will do, flash in the Navigator, and then attack with everything, and Protective Response their champion. I think they probably should have held back Sneakling. This gives me something nice. I don't know if I think this just because of this. Oh, I guess I could have played the Navigator and blocked the Sneakling. That was a mini blunder. Well, not necessarily so many. Could have been an important blunder. But basically, now I probably hold back Tam, and I attack with Navigator, Vaulter, and Spikeling. They probably block the Navigator, thinking I'm offering a trade, and then I shoot it with Protective Response. The other option is hold back the Navigator and just attack with Vaulter plus Spikeling. But I like the extra damage. Well, I could do that and then play Unexpected Assistance. Nah, I like the extra damage. I'm going to hold back Tam, though, because I really like the idea of just being able to blank any of their removal. So I'll definitely put this on the Spikeling because I assume that Navigator is going to get blocked. If you don't block, I'm kind of stunned. Wow. I'm stunned. Okay, all right. That's very aggressive. So they're saying that they have an elemental that can deal... What if they have like another champion of the path and then something to do double damage? This thing's not legendary. Well, I'm going to play the Silvergill Peddler because then I can tap all my guys to Protective Response. Wow. That was scary. My opponent said, "You only live once." My opponent is on full YOLO mode. It's to each opponent. Yeah? So you can't kill one of my things. You gain life equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Yep. 4 life is a lot of light in this context. A lot of life in this context for sure. I hope they attack with champion. Would love to Protective Response that and push more damage. This feels like a very winnable game, but it also feels like a game that I could easily screw up and lose. I think I need to stay laser focused on value. Okay. Yep. I don't know what there is for 1 mana here. I assume they're just thinking about attacking, doing combat math, which makes perfect sense. This is a very complicated mathematical situation. My inclination is to just attack with everything next turn. Shoot whatever blocks a Deepway Navigator, probably. I probably even attack with Tam. I think the Vaulter will give the Spikeling +1. I guess maybe there's not that much advantage in attacking with the Navigator. I guess one thing I could do is play Summit Sentinel. It can chump the champion. Attack with Tributary Vaulter and Feisty Spikeling. Give +2 to the Spikeling so it can block anything profitably. If they double block it, I'm Protective Responsing. Then I can play Protective Response and also Unexpected Assistance. So that feels really good, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Fake news. I can't tap those creatures and also attack. But I can play Protective Response or Unexpected Assistance. If I attack with everything here, I get to loot. But they can block like Luminolisk on Silvergill Peddler, Champion of the Path on Deepway Navigator, Sneakling on Tam, and I get through 5 damage, which doesn't really feel like enough if I'm losing that much material. Although if I kill Champion, isn't that kind of worth it? That would basically just be sacrificing the Peddler. What if I attack with Navigator, Peddler? Tam is not going to get +1 anyways, so I might as well leave it back, and I'm not going to get to play Unexpected Assistance. Actually, I like that, and I'm holding up Protective Response. I like that. I think this is a good attack, and I get a loot. So basically, I'm giving them a free Peddler, but I'm looting. I'm going to kill a creature off of Protective Response, and I might be pushing a lot of damage. And I might just get a free creature if, for example, the Sneakling has to chump the Spikeling. And they're tapped out, so this is the moment to be using my stuff. Yeah, okay, I buy it. I think this is a good attack. I think. So I'm definitely going to put this on the Spikeling, because I don't want Luminolisk to kill the Spikeling. They're probably going to block Luminolisk on Deepway Navigator. I think Catharsis is not doing it here, unfortunately. Pretty good card, but I don't have the red for it. I wish I had the red. I wish I had the red. I don't know if Catharsis was a good enough card in the blue-white deck. Maybe I should have actually. Maybe I should cut this one if I survive this game. All right, I'll pitch Catharsis. I think Unexpected Assistance is really good here. So blocks are really tough against Protective Response. We'll see what they do. Okay, yep, chumping with the Sneakling. That makes sense to me. Luminolisk on Deepway Navigator. And then, are you going to take 5? Or are you going to trade Champion of the Path with the Peddler? If Luminolisk blocks the Navigator, I'll shoot it. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. This looks good to me. Yep, don't tap Tam. And yeah, I'm just going to get rid of Luminolisk. Navigator survives. Really, all of my stuff survives. I just lose the Peddler, and I'm still immune to spot removal. You get back your dude that makes a treasure. If you play that, I will be overjoyed. And yeah, I have a more than lethal attack next turn. So let's see. Do you have a team or board wipe? I did not look at the spoilers. I did not look at the LR card evaluations or anything. So I do not know if there's a board wipe. Okay. Lissalana Informant. When it enters or dies, surveil 1. Okay, it's the Satyr Wayfinder of the set. They surveilled to the top, I think. What have you got, my friend? Another land? Another dollar. Flamekin Guildweaver. All right, down it comes. Do I have lethal? Not quite, right? Not quite. Did I have lethal? Attack with the team. This would be 2 damage, 5. 1 would get her on the edge. No, we would have gone to another turn, but I would have drawn 3. I would have played my guy, tapped everything, drawn 3. Yeah. I don't think they were quite lost, but all right. That's 5 wins. Hey, so we made a profit in gems. Very nice. And let's go on and see if we can get a 6th win. All right. Bark of Dorian, Mischievous Sneakling. Yeah, I mean, I have Feisty Spikeling and Bark of Dorian. Not good enough. Not good enough. This is a much better hand. I will keep this. Probably put back Thirst, potentially. These two are kind of nice together. Having Protective Response with this guy's nice. I mean, Thirst is sweet. Is it just stupid to put back Thirst? No, I don't think so. I would like to draw a 2-drop. Every time I mulligan and don't have a 2-drop, I lose. So let's see if we can break that pattern. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Thank you for the 2-drop. Okay, I should have been playing Spikeling all along. Spikeling plus Tributary Vaulter is just nasty stuff. Attacking with a 4-1 first strike is kind of ugly. It does only happen on turn 4. Okay, what do you do? So tap, add 2, but you need an elf in your graveyard to do it. So I don't have an attack here, right? Just play this and pass. Hopefully they don't bite my guy. There's a 2 mana +1 and bite, I believe. I had it at pre-release, so I'm pretty sure that's in the set. So they could do that here. Bite the 2/3 into the 1/3 and give it +1. I hope they just play Changeling Wayfinder. If they play Changeling Wayfinder, the temptation will be for them to double block my 4/1 first striker, and then I'll absolutely just spend a Protective Response. Absolutely. I like the idea of just clearing the board. I assume they'll double block. You know, it's not like the greatest play ever made, but look, I mean, the Spikeling Vaulter combo is just so powerful. I think it's worth emptying my hand to just keep it rolling. Like, imagine they play a 4/4 for 4. I still get to be attacking. Maybe it was a little wasteful. I mean, it was a 2-for-1. Really, my issue is I mulliganed and then they got an extra land. They put a land in the bin. Okay, that's kind of why I feel down on cards right now. Rats. Well, hey, I can still tap it, right? Yeah, this is a little awkward for sure. But hey, I still have first strike. In for 2. Play the Peddler. Okay, now I'm feeling like I wish I had my Thirst for Identity. Thirst for Identity maybe would be better than Peddler here. When it dies, Surveil. I'm going to keep the Sneakling. No, I'll probably just play the Sneakling. I'll probably play the Sneakling. Yes, 5/4. Okay. Pass. End of turn. Play the Sneakling. Come on, draw 3. Okay. So if I play Deepway Navigator and attack with all 3, it doesn't work, right? They can just block. I wish I had a way of tapping Tributary Vaulter. I need more tap enablers in the deck, I think. Yep, we don't really have an attack. Shucks. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Everyone gets what? +2/+2? Yeah, 14 damage. I think I'll probably chump the 8. I don't really want to be taking that much damage, but this guy does have trample. All right. Well, it's a lot of damage. Play this guy. Draw something good. That's not something good. Next turn, they're crashing in for lethal. All right, I think I need to sacrifice this guy to draw a discard. Okay. Well, I'll play the Well Guard. Pretty awkward. Pretty awkward. I'll probably take Prisma Basher and Grove Guide here, trade the Spikeling for the Informant, and my idea is I just need to draw Oblivion Ring. Oblivion Ring gain 2. That's how I stay alive. Because this guy has trample. I don't really want to triple block and lose everything. Feels like that gives up what chess players call my counterplay. Bark of Doran. I don't know if that's going to do it. So do I attack with the Peddler, pitch the Bark? Let's see. I can do 3. Let's see. I can do 10 damage here. Ugh, if they hadn't gotten rid of my Tributary Vaulter. So I can do 3, 6, 10 and die on the Crackback. So if what I'm digging for is O-Ring, then I attack with everything, put them to 5, get a 1/1, draw a card. I draw O-Ring, O-Ring Prisma Basher, and then the 1/1 blocks the 5/4. That's my out, right? If they have any removal, I die. So maybe I hold back Deepway Navigator as an extra chump. But then I don't get the extra damage, so then it's only 5 damage. Yeah. I think I just have to do the maximal play. My only out is I draw O-Ring and they have nothing board relevant next turn, right? Pretty much. Catharsis. But I can't. Oh, no. If I could have played it and had 2 1/1s, then I think I could have survived here, right? But I'm 1 mana short. If I could have played Catharsis and had 2 1/1s, I could block this for 6, chump that. Okay, yeah, they got me. GG's. Yeah, okay, pretty interesting. I really enjoyed the Merfolk deck. I think this was a pretty nice first build. I ended up going 5 wins and 3 losses, which I'm pretty happy with. We faced decks that were in 2 tiers. Some of them were just really good, and as soon as we hit 4 wins, we just started facing really good decks. My deck was at its best when I hit my 2 drops. I think Bark of Doran is very conditional. Maybe if you have a lot of Gravelgill Scoundrels, then Bark of Doran is totally sweet. Maybe if you need like a Gravelgill Scoundrel count of like 3 to play that card. And maybe Wanderwine, or no, which one? The Flyer? Tributary Vaulter? Tributary Vaulter and Gravelgill Scoundrel are awesome together. Catharsis did not feel worth playing in a mono white deck. Just didn't seem that great. Wanderwine Distractor was very hard to get into combat with. Tam was really nice. I think it probably, especially when we played, there was that like Rakdos removal deck. I think it probably held back a lot of stuff from us. Anyways, really fun first outing with Lorwyn. I will be posting a Lorwyn video tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. We're going to get good at this set together. If that sounds cool to you, go ahead and subscribe. Until tomorrow, everyone, have tons of fun playing Magic and do not be afraid to splash.